My name's Austin. This is my 2007 Saab 9.3 wagon. I bought it for $700 in Maryland, and I drove it all the way back to Michigan without an issue. And this is going to be the start of a battle of both of our cars costing $700 and seeing who can actually build a better car overall. So this has the 2.8 from Saab with the turbo. I don't remember the exact horsepower number, so I'll put it up on the screen. But it's decently quick. It's not the 2-liter. The 2-liter can definitely make more power, but this car does have some kind of potential. So we're gonna start with doing some stuff to it to clean it up, and then we're gonna venture into doing a tune and possibly a turbo upgrade here in the future. But it's very dirty, so let's close it. Okay, so the car has many flaws right now. Not as much as the Audi does, but it still has a lot of flaws. The paint's messed up, the headlights are foggy, the suspension is currently being held on with one bolt in the rear for the rear strut. You'll see that in the upcoming video. But it runs and drives. The only thing I've had to do so far is a coolant issue, and obviously the suspension, which I'm currently working on. But the coolant issue, the reservoir is notoriously prone to essentially exploding. It starts leaking everywhere, but I managed to, like I said, drive it all the way back from Maryland without having a single issue with the car. I did have to replace the battery as well and the tires, but I'm not really including that into this right now because we had to do the same thing with the Audi, which we'll get to here in a minute. Okay, so as you can see behind me, this trunk is full of parts, but this is why I do absolutely love this car, is I can fit stuff in it because of it being a wagon. It's practical-ish, it's small, but it's a lot of fun, and in my opinion, who doesn't love a wagon? Makes it a little bit more interesting if you ask me. So throughout this process, I kind of want to take your guys' opinions on this as we build these cars and try and make people fall in love with Saab again. So among other things with this car, it definitely has some potential. Like I already said, we're going to do a tune, possibly a turbo upgrade. Eventually, I'd like to be able to put this on air suspension, but that's going to be a little costly, so that's going to take some time. But in the meantime, we just kind of want to restore it, get it back to OEM spec, fix the paint, and eventually I want to wrap it green. I'll put a picture up here so you guys can see what I'm talking about. And fix all the creaks. We're gonna fill this car with a lot of foam. So as you can see, the car is definitely not perfect. We do have a lot to do to it. I'll shoot some B-roll here and throw some music on so you guys can actually see that it's not great. Between the dent on the roof, the Acme style hood, and the Acme style roof, we've got a lot of work in front of us.
Hi, my name is Pavel, and this is my 2003 Audi A4. So, the Audi has a 1.8 the Audi has a 1.8 turbo engine, 4-cylinder, going in the right direction. The Audi has a 1.8 engine turbo. The Audi has a 1.8 engine in it with the 4 cylinders that go the right direction, unlike my Chrysler 200. A couple of the things that we've done to it a little bit already. We've changed out the thermostat, the coolant reservoir, filled it up a couple times because we fucked up on the thermostat. Plan on putting a sound system in here, so we need to upgrade the alternator down the line. Probably going to do a turbo upgrade, some forged internals and things of that sort. Later down the line, we plan on swapping it to a manual to be a little bit more reliable. Also swapping out the interior to a black because I don't like the tan, and I've already swapped out the seats for the front and the rear. Some of the problems that we've had to deal with is broken plastic, faded plastic, no speedometer because of the ABS, needing to fix the ABS because it doesn't really like to slow down very properly, and the magical goblins and gremlins that it has. We also have to fix the suspension because it's a little too bouncy for our liking for a street/track car, as well as the exhaust that's non-existent until you get a little bit after the flex pipe. Other than the few cosmetic things that we have to fix, like the paint marks and the random like panel gaps and things of that sort, shouldn't be too difficult. I say that now, it's going to be difficult. Plan on swapping out the radio, speakers, do the sound system like I talked about, doing some performance things, so upgrading the engine internals, upgrading the turbo, maybe cold air intake through the headlight. Kind of thought about that one. Maybe not. We'll see. And then suspension as well, because it really needs it. It's a little too bouncy for my liking. Other than paint color and what wide body kit we want to use, I'd like to see any suggestions that you guys have. see if you guys have any actual useful ideas other than some random bullshit like a wide wing or suicide doors going from the front to the rear. No, not happening.
So that's kind of our game plan. We want to get your guys' opinions and see what you guys think, and hopefully I can swindle you guys into thinking that my Saab is cooler than the Audi that needs significantly more work than my car. But I guess until the next time when you guys see us do the suspension,
Fuck it.
we ball, baby.